So guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you from Letterkenny. We were going to, myself and Hayley came up. Hayley is sitting her repeat exam, but we were coming up yesterday. We were going to do a whole video. We stopped for something to eat, everything. The child was stressed overhead, so I just thought, no, I'm not recording this. It's not fair on her, not when she's so stressed. So we've made it up. We have booked into the hotel last night, stayed here, we had a couple of coffees, we studied, we were able to sit outside and study, which I was delighted because she was out in the fresh air, she was studying, she was just going over what she knew, and she actually got to talk to a few people staying in the hotel that were here for repeat exams, and it was like their mums were with them or they'd come up with friends and they were all repeating and they were all sitting outside studying, and it was nice. But I think she didn't feel so alone repeating them, if that makes sense. Even though half the college is probably repeating some exams, she just felt very, this was her on her own against it. But anyway, we checked into the hotel, lovely hotel. Had to have maintenance because poor old Hayley went to hop in the shower last night and she nearly scalded the back off herself. But yeah, there's a so I dropped her off her exam at 9:30 this morning, and then I came back and I had breakfast in the hotel, so I'll insert the breakfast I had. And then we will I'll give you a room tour. I did take one last night in the dark, but it was like nighttime, so I'll do one again this morning before I leave. So her exam's over at 11:30, so I want to go back to the room and have a shower because the maintenance man has been. I'm going to have a shower and then I'm going to collect her at 11:30. I'm going to bring her back to the room and we're going to grab something to eat because she hasn't eaten. She actually felt so sick last night when we were going to get something to eat, and this morning when she got up I said to her, do you want something for breakfast, even a banana, just have something? She was like, no mum, I'm going to vomit. I was like, okay. So it took all her strength not to get sick and get into the exam, so that's what she did. Right, let me just finish off having my vape and my coffee here and I will give you a room tour.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Alright guys, so this is the room. As I said, I gave you yesterday. It's not much brighter because it's absolutely lashing rain outside. But they are the two beds. That was a very uncomfortable bed and that was a really comfy bed. But yeah. Here. So you have to excuse the mess. As I said, dropped Hayley to her exams, had my breakfast and tea, coffee. I mean, it for €100 in the height of, that's the shower, in the height of August, it's not bad. It has a rain shower and a normal shower. I mean, it is what it is, do you know what I mean? And I have to say, we did have a problem where the shower was running exceptionally hot and we couldn't get it to lower down because the piece had come out of it. And the man, I went up on my way into breakfast and within 5 minutes he came over to my table at breakfast to say that the shower had been fixed. So I was happy with that now, I have to say. Let me give you a look out the window. So our view is overlooking the car park. It's actually quite a dull day here. It's raining. But this is fairly north of Ireland. Like, it's way up high, so it does get. But yeah, and that road actually, I know it's very busy now, but it was actually quite quiet during the night, and we left the window open all night, so it wasn't as if the window sealed it out, which I'm sure it would have if we closed it, but we didn't close it, but it still sealed it out. Right, so coming back from breakfast, what I did was I grabbed up Hayley some stuff to eat. Let me just move some of this stuff. So this is what I brought her back to the room. So they're peaches, oranges, orange segments. Like, I brought her back some honey and some chocolate spread, 2 mini pancakes, some soda bread, which I know she absolutely adores, and 2 of the mini croissants. So if she is feeling a bit hungry after her exam, she can eat that, and that should keep her going. But I'm going to pack up and I'm going to have a quick shower, and then we're going to go collect her from her exam. Alright guys, so it is 11:10 and we are just on our way up to collect Miss Hayley. I was editing a video and all of a sudden I looked up and I had to run. Sorry, my phone just died to death. So I was saying the extended checkout, their maintenance came up, sorted out the shower. So I just said to them on my way out there when I was going out to collect her, look, any chance I could extend the checkout? I said, you know, she's had exams, bit stressed this morning, didn't eat. I just need to get her back to the room, let her eat something, you know, let her decompress a bit, and then we'll be on our merry way. And she was like, I wanted it to 12:30 because checkout's meant to be 12. Her exam is finished at 11:30. So I was saying, well, 11:30, we'll be back now. It's about 3 minutes to the hotel. So I said, we'll be back here by quarter to 12. Well, that gives her 15-20 minutes. Your mum was like, no, tell her to come in, tell her to get a coffee, go to the room, whatever. She says 1 o'clock will do fine. And I was like they're kind, do you know what I mean? They didn't have to, they could have been just like, oh well, check out. And they were fully booked last night, and I think that's sort of the saving grace, because there's other rooms they could be doing while they're waiting on us to get out. But what I did, I showed you, did I show you? I think I would have shown you at this point what I got her for breakfast. So even just the fact that she can come in, even if she picks at it and just eats a bit, has a coffee and just decompresses, even hops in the shower then and just has a quick shower, just that, wash away that exam. It's done, it's over, you know, nothing you can do about it now, move on. Now she has another exam on the 1st of September, but I think when we come back up for that, we're signing for her apartment as well, because we'll know what's happening with Carl at that point as well. So we'll know if he needs to go on the lease. There's a lot of shit going on. And poor old Kerry, she did her exam, she came out, she thought, she was like, Mom, I did really well, I wrote loads, stayed to the end. One exam she nearly ran out of time in, but other than that, but now, I suppose the gap between now and getting her results to find out if she made it to second year, she's gone, maybe I should have wrote a bit more, maybe I should have. And I said, Kerry, you can't keep rehashing it, there's nothing you can do about it. She's like, yeah, I know. So she's a bit stressed, she's down with Mummy, but she's coming up to me. Once the kids move out, I think around the, whatever, I don't know when they're moving out, I suppose around the 1st, that week, maybe the weekend after, I don't know. But I said to her, you come up to Dublin and me and you will just have a chill out, we'll just arse around while you're waiting to go back to college, and the other 2 kids will be gone, so I can just sort of spend time with her. I don't know, I'm waffling, I'm nervous because of this bloody exam, that's what it is. I'm sitting, how many times have we sat with me sitting outside bloody exams waiting for kids? I tell you, they're knocking years off my life, all this exam. Like, it was funny, Hayley only said it to me this morning. She says, Mum, I'm stressed about this exam. She says, I know you were stressed about it. And I was going, yeah. And she was going, but you've done the Leaving Cert this year, my repeat exams, Kerry's repeat exams. I said, yeah. I'm just, no wonder I'm going grey. Yeah. So look, it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be. I mean, once they go in, try their best. After that, I mean, you can't ask kids to do more than that. And as I keep saying to them, look, it's not the be all and end all. There's more than one ways to skin cats. So why do we talk about skinning cats? Like, why isn't it there's more than one way to skin a dog? Why is it cats? Right, I'm tired. The bed was very uncomfy last night. It was a nice bed. It was a very hard bed. I love hard beds, but this was ridiculously hard. Now I did halfway through the night, I got out of the bed and got into Hayley's bed, and hers was firm with a little bit of softness. It wasn't even a medium. I would say it was firmer than a medium soft, medium hard, but it was nice. Anyway, as I said, I'm waffling now because I'm all stressed over these exams, because I know how stressed she is. I have all her notes here. We went over the notes and the things. I feel, because this is the one she's really struggling with, this module. And Hayley, like, her way of studying is to explain it back to you. I could probably sit the exam at this stage. Sorry, that was Hayley ringing me to tell me she got out of the exam. So she's coming, here she is. Right, okay, she's smiling. That's a good thing. Right, I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright guys, so we've checked out of the hotel. Hayley said the exam, she liked the exam and she liked the questions. Excuse me, she got in the exam, so that's a good thing, I assume. So I have just dropped her to a cafe in Letterkenny for her to go and meet her friend that she lived next door to all of last year, who had a repeat exam as well, but they've just met up and they're going to have coffee. Myself and Hayley went over and we had a look in TK Maxx to see if there was any of their Halloween stuff, and I have to edit that video because obviously there's a lot of people in TK Maxx. But anyway, that's where we went, and then I'm just after dropping her to meet her friend, so I'm actually going back to TK Maxx. And what I'm going to do is, there was actually some stationery. It was a notebook, not a notebook, well, there was notebooks, but the one she was looking at after we found the Halloween stuff was a school journal, you know, an academic journal. So I'm just going to go back, I'm going to grab her up that. She's done her exam, she's gearing up for going back to college. So she was looking at this and she was saying it's a nice size. Now she doesn't get paid for another week, but I'm afraid if I don't go back and get them, they'll be gone. Plus they have them in Letterkenny, I don't know if they'll have them in Dublin. So I'm going to fly in there, I'm going to pick myself up one, because I'm on the lookout for a planner, because my planner actually runs out the end of August. I was meant to be going to America in November, and I was going to pick up one there starting the new year, and I was saying, well, for a couple of months I'd be fine, but we've actually had to change the dates on that due to doctor's appointments, and we've actually moved it to the end of January. So I was like, okay, you really need to get a planner. So I want to get myself a planner, I want to get her a little, as I said, a planner, a small planner. And I saw her looking at some notebooks, and she has these earmarked to come back and get when she gets paid. But I just thought it'd be a nice little thing. She's done her big exam. This was the one she was really stressing over. So I'm going to go back and grab them. And yeah, I'll show you what I got in TK Maxx. Now she did say she'll only be about an hour. So I said okay, so that gives me about an hour just to fiddle-dee around and grab this stuff. It's only about a 10-minute drive, so it's not too bad. Right, I will go and I will show you what I buy in TK Maxx. Right guys, so I'm on my way back to collect Hayley after meeting with her friends. She just texted me and said, "Ma'am, can you come get me? I'm not feeling very well." So I don't know if this is the come down off the stress and stuff. And I just said to her, "What's up with you?" And she said, "My tummy's really not well." I went, okay, so I'm going to go, and then I'll probably have to stop and get maybe some Imodium or something to try and settle the stomach. But we'll see. And it could also be the fact that she had a coffee with me. She's going to have coffee with her friend, and Hayley doesn't drink that much coffee. So that could be upsetting her stomach on top of the come down from the exams and the release of all that stress and anxiety from it. But we'll see. So yeah, and then we'll be starting to head home. It's about 2.5, maybe 3 hours to drive home. So yeah, fingers crossed she's okay. As I said, it's just, I think it's the stress, and I know she was very stressed over this exam yesterday and today. So, and even when she came in from the exam, she was nearly buzzing. But you know, mind you, she did eat all her breakfast that I got her. Actually, every screed of it. I was surprised. I thought she'd pick at it and eat some of it. She ate every screed of it. But she didn't eat great yesterday because she was so stressed. So yeah, so... Oh, I don't know. These kids, what they do to you, like... Right, I'm going to go collect her and head home. I bought a journal for the new college year. And this is it here. So it says, Take Me Away 2023 to 2024 academic calendar. So again, she's very like me. She loves stationery. So at the beginning of the book here is all your monthlies, where you can put in your monthlies, and then further down it gives you your weekly on 2-page. So as she said, she can fill in her college stuff here, and then her overview at the beginning. The monthlies, I think she's going to put in when certain, projects and assignments and stuff like that are all due, because as she said, a professor will hand it to you at the beginning of the month and tell you it's due in 6 weeks. So she was saying, like, that takes a bit of planning ahead, and she says it'd be nice to see it as an overview. Sorry, I'm just going to move you a second because it's not focusing very well. Right, so that was that. So that only cost $7.99, and this is TK Maxx. But this, as she said herself, the things you get in there are just grand. Like, so she was happy. It's an 18-month planner, and as she said, it's small enough that it can fit into her college bag, her backpack for college, and she can take notes. And there's a whole big note section. Just seeing it there now, flicking through. There's a whole big note section as well at the back if she wants to. Now, college theme, so that's what Hayley was buying. So to go with that, she bought a 3-pack of notebooks. Now she says she doesn't need all 3 because the way her semester's done, I think they do 2 subjects per semester. Like, they concentrate on 2 areas. So I think family law and muted, I think, something like that. So she got these. These are B5 project notebooks. Now these came in a pack of 3. So there's that one with the love hearts, which I think is gorgeous, and this one here. And they all came for $8.99. Was it $5.99? No, $8.99. For the pack of 3 of them. And as you can see, they've all got dividers in, but these dividers are movable. Now she reckons she'll probably only need 2 of them, so I may pinch one of her. But yeah, so she got them, and they're just your, let me just open. So they're just your lined paper with the dividers, but the divider pages, they are actually designed to be moved around the book. So if I can do this, they just clip out and clip back in. So she was, no, I can't get it back in. So she was chuffed with that. So she said she can move the dividers around, and then she'd have, like, she'd probably only need 2 or 3. So she, all the paper, I don't know how many pages, 200 pages, so she can have 100 per. And as she said, it's only for jotting down notes in school. Hayley is one of these people, if the teacher did notes and hands them out, Hayley rewrites them in her own words for herself. That's how she studies an awful lot, is she rewrites notes. So she's always looking for notebooks. Where what Kerry does is she types up her notes and reads them back to herself, and then she listens to the recording back, which is just how Kerry studies. So they're both have their own way, and they've figured it out. So that is what Miss Hayley got in TJ Maxx. So that was her stuff, and that got her really excited, I think, after the, you know, getting back into, and after the down of coming out of college, she's sort of getting back into the excitement of it now. I bought 2 things. Now, Hayley gets her love of stationery from me. I adore stationery. Pens, paper, rulers, anything. I'm a brat for buying them, an absolute brat for buying them. But one of the things is I was actually using my planner for doing out YouTube plans and stuff, but my planner ran out. It actually ran out at the end, or runs out at the end of August, so I needed a new planner. And I decided that it was time that I separated sort of work, like as in YouTube and all the other stuff I have gone on, into a separate planner. And I had a planner then for life as such. I write things in my planner. I use it sort of semi as a journal. So I keep my planners and I have them all on my wall. Oh, sorry, my nose. Love it. Absolutely love. I love planners. So what I decided to do was I decided to get myself this planner. Now this was $13.99, and it is a 18-month planner, monthly, weekly planner, full tabbed monthly sections, to-do list, public holidays, and no paper. So the way this one is, it comes with stickers at the front, which I'm not too pushed on. I have books of stickers upstairs that go with planners. But it has down here it has the year at a glance, which is here. And then it starts in August. So if I can just get to August. Right, so you have here, what is it? To-do list for August. And then it brings you into the monthly, which again, I love monthlies. I think they're the best overview you can have. And then it brings me into, behind my monthly is my week at a view. So I like that. I like the fact that I can see everything. As I said, I use my planners as well, like journals, to keep records of stuff. Things that probably other people wouldn't bother putting down. I love just putting in, and then that goes right through to December 2024. So that's that. It's not very, it has the same message. Oh no, it doesn't. This will be your year, the dividers. Make this year amazing. I love every day. Took me a minute to read that one. Goal getter. So it has nice little, every day is your day. It's just inspirational little quotes. But as I said, for $13.99, I could not leave it there. So I bought that, but the only thing is, this would be my desk one, because obviously, I mean, that is the thickness of it. It is a chunker. So that would be staying on my desk, but I like the fact that I can organise everything into it. I do have one for business stuff, and as I said, I do things on the side, and it's just a case of, but these are just monthlies, literally just monthlies. And what I plan to do is write down what I'm recording, editing, Instagram, all these, put down what I need to do for business. If there's anything, like I know on the 11th of September, I'm heading off on another course, and you know, I need somewhere to just put in when things, but again, that's business related, so it'll all go in here. But that's only tiny. I normally fit that in my purse when I'm going out, and I do an overview of the day. So if I'm up in, I don't know, Letterkenny visiting, I will literally mark that out of my business that I'm not there. So that way they do cross over a little. But as I said, this is mainly just to keep me on track of recording, editing, uploading, stats, and then other work that I do take in and I do during the week as well. I have to keep a record of it. Obviously I need to bill them to get paid. So that's this one. And I didn't like that putting in my, I didn't like putting it into my personal. Tony has just found a plastic bottle, which is great fun to play with. Right in the middle, he keeps banging it, that's what he's doing. I didn't like putting business stuff in with personal stuff. It just didn't seem right. If I'm having a business day, I mark it in my diary as a business day, and then I know I don't write unless I go meet someone for coffee. But I like to keep them separate as much as I can. Alright guys, so we arrived back from Letterkenny, and Hayley has actually gone up to bed because she just felt so. She'd actually a very upset stomach coming down in the journey. Where normally it would take us about 2.5 hours to get home, it took us nearly 4 hours to get home because it keeps stopping. Yeah, I don't know if it's just all the stress and strain of leaving her body, and it's caused her. She did have the end of her period as well, which didn't help very much. But yeah, I have a bit of a sore throat this morning, so I don't know if maybe we're coming down with something, and it just hit her yesterday coming home, and because she had a sore throat, her ears were playing up, her stomach was playing up. But we just kept putting it down to stress and strain. But maybe it is something more. Maybe it's we're actually all getting sick. As I said, I am going to take a Lemsip and head to bed because I'm not feeling great. I have a bit of a muzzy head and my throat is killing me. So yeah, so we made it home. I'll try and get Hayley. I have spoke to her about the exam. She was very chuffed. Out of the 4, she had to answer 3 questions out of 5. And as she said, she could have answered all 5. But 4 of them she knew she could answer brilliantly. Like, she knew really, really well how to answer them. So I was chuffed with that. And as I said, I think it's just the pressure coming off her as well. So now we're home from Letterkenny. We are going to start getting ready now for her to move back to Letterkenny. She is moving, getting her apartment, I think the end of the first week of September. So that is a bit of a, we just have to pull everything out, get everything ready and get it up there. She has stuff in storage up there, so we have to get that out. But hopefully she'll be settled. But I've just got my house straight and I have to pull it all apart again. But I don't care, I don't care. It's part of the course of things. So I said to her, I said, also if there's anything in the pantry or, you know, in the kitchen, from the kitchen you want, just take them. I can replace everything, and there's only going to be me and the dog here, so we'll be grand. Right, lads, I'm going to leave it there and I will talk to you in my next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.